Welcome back. Well, if you're new to the channel, this is my dream workshop, and I've been building this as an owner builder together with my wife for about 18 months now, and I'm finally at a point where I want to start doing the finishing, and I'm going to focus on something really unique for the office floor. Right from the start, I wanted to come up with something a bit different, and lucky for me, lifelong friends of my parents own a concrete refinishing business. And the owner, Rob, promised that if I went to his place, he'd show me how I could turn this concrete floor into authentic looking timber. One of the challenges I had is that Rob lives on the other side of the country, about 3,000 kilometres away. So a couple of flights later, we finally landed in northern Queensland. It was great catching up, talking about old times, and also enjoying the wildlife up there. And these birds were just amazing and so friendly. So after a bit of a catch up, we got into learning the process. Now it starts with preparation, first grinding the concrete base and then applying a base coat, marking some lines and nail holes. We did a number of stains, and then we ended up with a finish like this, which I think just looked amazing. So I wanted to thank Rob. I think it takes someone special to give up knowledge that they've developed and learnt over the years. So without him, this wouldn't be possible. Right, well, this is back home now after a few months, and I'm finally getting around to doing this finish. So the challenge now is to see, can I actually do this myself? So I don't have all of the heavy equipment, and I'm just using a 5-inch concrete grinder. And you know, it is a bit of work, but I don't mind. Now you could etch, however, on a finish like this, I don't think it's the best go. I don't want this to delaminate. I have had some past experience with only etching and delamination, and at the end of the day, I think that grinding is just optimal. I finally got the grinding done, and the floor was starting to look pretty good. And you could see it's 40 megapascal concrete. It was super hard, but I did get there in the end. Once that was done, I vacuumed and cleaned it a few times. I did put a primer on it, so it's a surface primer, and it just helps the base coat adhere to the concrete. Now, I don't know if I needed to do this brushing, but I just wanted to make sure it was evenly spread around, and it took about maybe 15 minutes or so, and it was pretty much dry. Then it was on with the base coat, which comes in like a powder form, like a mortar, and just add water and mix it up. And then I started laying it out. Now, I ended up doing this over 2 days because this was pretty hard going, to be honest. And that's as far as I got on the first day. And you can see the texture you get by doing this. Now, this is on the second day, and it's okay. You can actually join up where you left off. And as you see here, I lay it down. It's probably about 3 or 4 millimeters thick. And then I work my way with the trowel to get that finish. And you can see there what it's sort of going to look like. Now once it dried, I sanded it, and you're just sanding off the high spots. Now I did use a spirit level just to be sure there was no, super high spots anywhere. All right, well that's the floor all sanded, and now the next stage is to mark all the lines. So what I'm going to do to make this authentic is put some lines in it to mark the boards as well as the nail holes, and then after that I'll stain it. Alright, so I thought I'd do the lines first in the toilet, just so I can get my head around what I'm going to do. I'm doing this with a grinder and a scriber, and I'm going for about, they're like a 4-inch plank, or just over 100mm. Now this is about 3/4 of the way through, and the lines are coming up really good. They're probably like a couple of millimeters thick. And then I slowly work my way around and just do the end sections where I didn't have as good access. And Once I did that, I actually put joins, so staggered them like you would in a normal timber floor, and I carefully ran the grinder across, and then I made a little scribe out of a TIG tip out of my welder, and just so I could get right in the corner and make that nice and sharp. And they turned out really good. Once I did that, I wanted to have some nail holes in there, so I just drilled a light hole, and where there was a join, I obviously had holes on both sides.
Wow, that was hard work. Alright, so all the lines are done, all the nail holes are done, and you can see got joins as well. Now, to me, I want this to be authentic as possible, so that's why I've set the nails up in the same spacing it would be if there were actually joists under here. So now I've got to vacuum it up, clean it, and then fingers crossed I can get the stain looking the way I want it to. But I'm really happy with this. My God, for an engineer, that's not too bad. I hope you like this, Rob.
Once I had it all done, I just gave it a really good vacuum.
Right, so I've got everything done, it's all taped up, and I tried doing the first stain.
So this is just concrete stain. The first colour is like a mustardy colour, and I put it down a little bit like I did on my doors. So I'm going to use 2 or 3 different colours just to try to get the end look the way I want.
That's the first coat done. There we go.
Now you can see the difference here after it dried. It actually looked a bit lighter. So then once it was dry, I went on with the second coat, which is more of a brown sort of colour. And I put that on as well, and just with each one, you just got to take your time, let it dry to see what you really end up with.
That's the second coat. Still got to dry, but it's starting to get a bit of a different texture now, which is good. That's the third coat, and it's really starting to bring the colour to that brown that I was after. So see when this dries, I've got my fingers crossed that it's going to show a bit of texture between the grain. Well, there it is, all dry. And I'll tell you what, I am super happy with this. All I've got to do now is put the clear on. It should really bring out the colour. Well, this is it. Let's see. Finally, the weather's warmed up a bit and I've got a chance to do this clear.
So I put the clear on just using a roller. Take my time and put a fairly thick coat just to fill in all the lines and holes. And what happens is, it's hard to see here, but it really does bring out the colour. And it's quite smelly, so you've got to make sure you have a face mask with this thing. And it's like an epoxy based clear. Work my way across, and it dries pretty quick. It dried probably within an hour. And here you can see against the light the difference it makes and the depth of colour that you get. I'm so happy with this. So look, I hope you've liked this. Don't forget to subscribe and like and share. And I hope this project, as well as other projects on my channel, inspire you to give things a go yourself, because really, you can do anything.
Well, that's the first coat done. I'll wait for this to dry, and then we'll get one last coat on. Looking amazing. Love it.
Any questions, let me know. Put them down in the comment section. This come out epic. I'm so proud of this. So I remove the tape, I let it dry, and in a minute you can just see some various angles of how it looks. See you next time.